This is it. It's all down to this one match. It's going to be Warrior versus Mage in the grand finals. It's gone 2-2. It's been the best possible series we could have asked for.
Absolutely.
Absolutely evenly matched between these two. We've seen the best that their deck building skills have. Now we get to see the last deck of both players. It's all on the line. It is sudden death right now. Let's see what comes out.
And look at that, Cruel Taskmaster, Frothing Berserker, Fiery Warx, Gorehowl opening. Of course, that Gorehowl's going to go away here. He definitely doesn't want to keep that. Fiery Warx is certainly nice. Sorcerer's Apprentice, Water Elemental, Cone of Cold for Kripparrian. He immediately gets rid of the latter two, I would imagine. Or is he going to keep that one? Oh, Water Elemental is not a bad idea to keep on in this deck, simply due to the fact that this is really creature aggro, and he can freeze those over and over again, making sure that he retains a decent amount of health on the Water Elemental.
Yeah, it's good because you can lock down enraged creatures before they get enraged. Obviously, that will enrage them, but it also freezes them so they can't end up actually using that enrage.
That's right.
I like keeping a hold of the Fiery Warx. Obviously, you'd keep a hold of that. Sorcerer's Apprentice is pretty good from this stage, so he might want to keep a hold of that as well.
I would love to mention something as well. Compared to the rest of the mage decks that we've seen, Kripparrian has 2 acidic swamp oozes. And of course, that is a 3-2 for 2 that destroys your opponent's weapon. And this is a very weapon-heavy deck for Artosis.
It definitely does have a lot of them. We saw the Gorehowl there. We've seen the Fiery Warx. I believe there is at least one Arcanite Reaper in that deck as well.
And it looks like Fiery Warx is going to come out right away.
Yep, we said aggro, we're not kidding. He's going for it. All right, it has now been thrown down. He immediately opens up with the swing.
And this would be disastrous if we see, okay, no acidic swamp ooze. Yeah. So Artosis is actually in a magnificent position right now.
Not anymore, he isn't. The taunt just came out, so that's going to soak that out.
Yes, but he is going to have a Bloodsail Raider who comes out as a 5-3 on turn 2, which is very, very important for him.
Yep. Arcanite Reaper right there. There is the Bloodsail Raider. It, of course, is going to end up running into a taunt next turn unless he has another way of getting rid of that, which he actually doesn't on next turn, I don't believe. Pyroblast, that's not going to really help him too much right now. He can play a second Sorcerer's Apprentice for maybe the one and only turn 6 Pyroblast we've ever seen in Hearthstone, but I mean, it's a creature. At the end of the day, it's a creature. He might as well play it. He's going to trade that to kill that out immediately to make sure it doesn't get the swing, which is absolutely fine. It's probably the best thing he could have done from there. Raging Worgen in a rage. Ho, ho, ho. Now that starts to get really, really nice. But I'd play the Frothing Berserker first,
Absolutely.
Perhaps.
Because otherwise, this Frothing Berserker can actually take the damage from that minion. Yeah, I mean, we could see a ping combo, and it could die.
Force the ping, but...
Right. But making sure that Worgen comes out next time ensures that it doesn't just trade to the less cost Sorcerer's Apprentice that's sitting there.
Yeah. There's the damage and the ping. So, you know, at least you're forcing him to do a little bit there. And that, as they say, is that. So holding on to the Raging Worgen was the right call. Arathi Weaponsmith is now available, so he can draw yet another weapon. A Cruel Taskmaster available for the Raging Worgen is definitely a possibility too. But right now, he wants to basically create a board where that Raging Worgen will be able to live, so it can actually hit something.
One thing that he's done a very nice job, Artosis has done a very nice job though, is that he's forcing a lot of cards out of Krip right now. I mean, Krip has some options. He's certainly, it's not like, you know, he's doing poorly in this game necessarily, but he wants to be able to have options available to him. He's forced to actually use a Blizzard right now to stop that 3-3 from coming through and wiping out his board, but obviously not the most efficient use of Blizzard, especially against this deck.
Yeah, it also does, another Raging Worgen coming out here as well. It obviously doesn't freeze the hero as well, it's only the minions. 1 point, Krip, forcing this deck to use a lot of cards is a great idea. You want to know why? Krip, I believe, has no card draw of any description outside of his single Azure Drake in his deck.
I think you are correct. I'm going through his deck list right now. Yeah, that's it. So this could be very, very problematic. Nice ping there, a good efficient trade. He takes out the Arathi Weaponsmith, and that weapon was actually only used once, so that was pretty efficient for Grip, honestly.
Yep, all right, well, we've got, another Fiery Warx, nice. So he's got the Arcanite Reaper as a potential swing right here. However, that creature right there, the Water Elemental, is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
It's going to lock down his opponent. Because that's as we've seen, he can kill it off this turn, and he might actually have to, but if that is allowed to actually hit the warrior, it's going to freeze it.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. There's not a lot of great options here because nothing just trades efficiently for Artosis at the moment. If he loads the board up with Raging Worgens or something like that, well, they're going to get dispatched up very quickly by those 2 creatures. And it looks like he is just going to use Inner Rage, take out the Water Elemental.
I think that's the best option he had. And then he can play the Raging Worgen after that, and he's got a better shot of actually being able to do something with it. Plays the Fiery Fiery War Axe because, hey, you should actually use your mana.
Right.
Tends to help. But let's see what Crip is able to pull off the top of the deck. Arcane Missiles. Potentially, he can kill off... yeah, I mean, he's almost certainly going to kill off that Raging Worgen unless he gets extremely unlucky, because he can then trade his... He can trade his Mana Worm for it.
All right, so he does 1 damage there, and Cone of Cold's not quite enough. This is actually annoying because he has the full trade. He wanted to get 2 hits in there so we could just ping it away.
Yeah. I was wondering, I was thinking about the idea of him actually trying to control that Raging Worgen for a little while. Maybe throw down the Cone of Cold. Yeah. Just, that gets you then a 4 damage with the Mana Worm there. But
we mentioned the lack of card draw. Yes, Artosis is only at 21 health right now, and it looks like he is going to Cone of Cold. Pings,
that
goes through.
Total sense, yeah.
He's sitting on very few cards.
Yeah, they're both playing low card right now, I've got to say. There's not a lot of card draw in the Warrior deck either. There's no Battle Rages. Warsong... Oh, no! Oh, does he have enough mana to play everything? He doesn't quite.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's still good, don't get me wrong, but yeah, that's a nasty thing to have. And I was thinking maybe he plays the Warsong Commander and then hopes that it doesn't get eliminated, but he's playing very cautiously right now. Taking a lot of Acidic Swampers comes out. Right, well, that's not the worst thing to lose to, but there's a Pyroblast right there. Hey, Crip is in a good spot, I've got to say, coming into this, but the charge play is available. He waited for this turn to make this happen. This is going to be brutal.
So let's add up the damage here, because we're going to have the Warsong Commander, then we're going to have the Raging Worgen, which of course is going to get hit here by the Cruel Taskmaster. Yeah, the Cruel Taskmaster comes and does 1 damage to the Raging Worgen. Gives it +2 attack, so now it's going to be at 6.
That's going to hit for 10. Then sorry, 12. And then that's 14. And it is not quite enough to kill him off this turn, as you might imagine, but it does put him in a really good spot. Suddenly the combo comes right out from Artosis. It takes his opponent down to 5.
Wow, this is incredibly close right now, and what a way to finish up this tournament, I have to say.
He can't kill him.
Yeah, we have a Shattered Sun Cleric, and that's not enough.
No, it isn't.
Wait, no. Yeah, no, it is. 14 damage. He can do it. So, no, he can't play both. Oh God.
Yeah, he can't do it. If only you had 11 mana, this would actually work, but it can't. The Shattered Sun Cleric could buff that up and then go for critical damage with the Pyroblast. It's not going to be enough. He can't get everything else off the board.
He knows he's 1 damage short right now, so he's got to find cost-efficient ways to be able to take out this board. So if he takes out, what can he do right now? He can trade the Water Elemental against a couple of things. He's got to get rid of the Raging Worgen, though, and he just doesn't have that possibility. He almost, in a way, needs to use Pyroblast on the board.
Yeah, which would just be horrible.
Right,
so if he trades the Water Elemental there for the Worgen, that leaves 4 damage potential on the board, but of course it's the Warsong Commander. If that card in his hand, which we know of course is a creature, is played, that's GG, he is done. He doesn't know for certain, but he can't leave the Raging Worgen there because he dies to that. It's the biggest damage output that's currently on this board.
So he could potentially use the Water Elemental and take out, he used Pyroblast on the Raging Worgen, perhaps. Then he uses the Water Elemental to just take out probably Warsong Commander or something like that. That leaves 2 damage available on the board and puts him in a precarious position, but it's about as good as he still dies
because this is the last card's a Cruel Taskmaster.
That's right.
And we know it's a Cruel Taskmaster. He doesn't. Pyroblast is being used on the Raging Worgen right there. He's going to take out that charging creature, and it was the best possible thing he could have done. However, the 1 card that remains in that hand is the Cruel Taskmaster. It's not enough to kill him. It'll take him down to 1. But there's a Leper Gnome.
And the Leper Gnome, yeah, it's going to hit the board right here. Let's see here. If he does 4 damage, including if he would ping the Leper Gnome for whatever reason. So in either case, yeah, he can't do it. So, wow. Okay, incredibly tense.
It's ridiculously precarious. It's probably going to come down to the next. Of course, he's able to armor up right there. He could play another Cruel Taskmaster, buff up that current one. That would take it up to 4. That'll take him down to 1 health. Or if he wants to play the game out a little bit longer, he could use that to take out the Water Elemental. And, this is really close right now. If Crip pulls it back from this, it will actually be amazing. But he's going to take it down to 1. All right, Leper Gnome's now on the field. I see. You would have to silence the Leper Gnome. I don't think there's a way.
Yes. He can't use Blizzard. He can't use Blizzard.
He can't do it. It will kill him.
Yeah, Blizzard will actually kill himself right now.
He has no other choice. There's nothing else he can do. He's dead. He is dead. There's no way out of this.
Oh no, he commits suicide. Artosis is your champion. Artosis is your champion here for the Hearthstone Innkeepers Invitational at Blizzcon.
in a nail-biting final game.
Look at that. Great representation there as they run over and cheer for him. Artosis, you have won a tournament at Blizzcon. Congratulations.
So Artosis, before I gotta let you get your hands on that lovely trophy, anything you want to say out there? I mean, you can start the bragging right now here on stage, so feel free to go for it.
Yeah, I want to thank the people who really helped me practice a lot, and that's LS, Doa, Strife Crow, Marcin, Max, and Ecop. Without them, I absolutely would not have been ready for this tournament.
Well, thank you so much at those guys. It's been incredible to watch you play. So once more, congratulations. And now, please receive our lovely trophy, our champion of the Hearthstone tournament here at the Blizzcon 2013.
Thanks.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you, Artosis, for being Grandmaster of the Heart.